Hello, everybody. Welcome to Cheer Chat from my car. I told you guys that I was going to just go live whenever I felt like it. And guess what? Because I have a very special guest joining me today who's going to give the lowdown on what the Raiderettes 60th anniversary alumni celebration was about, I had to pull over. We talked about doing it loosely for Saturday, but here we are, and she's going to join me shortly. But I want to hear all about it, and that's what we're about to do. Excuse the, not like my place is any better, but I'm so excited because this happened a couple of weeks ago. Hi, how are you? I'm waving at you. It's not Unique. That's not your name, is it? I can't remember. Your name is in my head, but anyway, so happy to see you. Thank you for joining. But let's hear about this fabulous freaking weekend. I went here, all of the details. I've just been posting some of the Raiderettes performances. I'm on my Raiderettes like love fest right now, so she's gonna join me and we're gonna hear all about the weekend. Hopefully I did it right. I have fat fingers when it comes to this stuff, but hopefully it worked. It worked! And of course, now I'm like fumbling to get the right angle. How are you? It's cute.
I'm doing well. I'm doing well, thank you.
Oh my God.
This is my first time ever doing this, so
You're not with the pro by any means. I can't even have my phone.
You're a pro. I'm nervous.
Please don't be. This is just cheer chat, us chatting. I'm just
Okay.
so excited to hear all the things. I'll guide you through it. I ask a million questions, but are you ready? I mean,
Okay.
it's just for fun. It's just we're acting like
Okay.
we know each other already.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me from the get-go, like, did you realize it was a 60-year anniversary? When did you, like, what was the welcome email? Like, here's all the tea on what's going on for the weekend. Kind of give me that
Okay.
first.
Okay. Well, yes, we did know ahead of time. So I also participated in that. Well, first of all, my name's
I
Kina.
know. Okay, wait a minute. I'm a terrible host. Let's start over.
No,
Let's start
that's
over.
fine. It's fine. I was like, well, should I just jump in or
I
what should
saw
I do?
either. No, let's hold on. Let me rewind. Tell
Okay.
us your
Sure.
name and where you're from and what years you cheered for the Raiderettes. How about that?
Okay, well, my name is Kina. I'm originally from Orange County, California.
Okay.
I cheered for, so the Raiders were the second team I cheered for, and I
Okay.
cheered in 2005, 2006. And so almost 20 years ago, I cheered for them. And I also participated in the 2012 reunion, which was the 50th reunion, and the
Oh,
last one in Oakland. And so that was 10 years ago. So every 10 years, the Raiderettes are accustomed to having some type of reunion, to my
okay.
understanding.
Okay.
So this was the second one for me. We do have a Facebook group where, alumni get together. I think a lot of teams do. Well, I can't speak for a lot of teams, but the two
Yeah.
teams that I cheer for, we have an alumni group
Okay.
where we chit chat throughout and kind of keep in touch.
Mm-hmm.
So we did know about the reunion, and it kind of popped up like in June. They told us about it and they said, we're going to have, so everybody's excited. We knew something was coming because we had one in 2012 and we knew it was the 60th year. So we were kind of anticipating something like a game, something. We did not anticipate the celebration that we received. Let me tell you, like, we weren't ready for that. We were
You
ready
weren't
for
either?
we were ready for a reunion, but we were not ready for Mr. Davis and Tiffany, and the directors we weren't ready for all of that. I mean, it was
Okay.
phenomenal. Not even fabulous, like it was phenomenal. It was that great. So
Oh my
we got a
gosh.
weekend, like a save the date like you would get a wedding or something. I'm
Okay.
sorry, I don't have a tripod or anything, so I'm kind of like shaking.
Oh no. Okay, let's woosah. Well,
Like
I
I see
luckily
myself
have
going,
something in my car. Otherwise, I'd be holding it too.
it's good. So I think the camera shaking show. I just apologize to everybody that was that.
Okay.
I do see like some of my friends popping up on it. So hey
Hey
guys.
guys.
So my
Oh,
sorority sister,
congrats.
I am an AK. So I see people
Okay.
jumping on.
They're like, what is this girl doing? No, I'm so excited. And like I said, we're just gal palling it. I mean, I saw all the like footage from on social media about the reunion, and all I could
Oh, it
like
was
this is on next level. So what was the
we were
did you go with some
so
friends, or like did you
well.
all plan to go together? Like, okay, see, I'm all up in
So
it. Go
now that it's live and I have people on here that know,
ahead.
my husband and I, we recently moved to Vegas. And so if you're just now
Oh,
hearing this, so we recently moved to Vegas. So I had the privilege of already being here. And in Las Vegas, we live not too far from the stadium. And
oh, that's
so we
perfect.
are here. So I kind of, I reached out to Tiffany and some of the other, there's a few alumni here in Vegas, of course, the new squad and
Yeah.
everything. But most people traveled either from Los Angeles or they traveled from Oakland. I would say the
Hmm.
majority of the Raiderettes, former Raiderettes alumni came from Oakland or the
Okay.
Bay Area in general, which a lot of them flew in. So when we got the save to date in like June, everybody was booking their tickets. They were so excited. They were booking their tickets, and they gave us the Mandalay Bay for like a discounted rate, and they were
Oh my
saying, you
God.
can, yeah, it was like a true reunion. And so they did that first. We were just anticipating what the schedule was going to be, where the choreo, if we were going to be on the field, choreography, and all that.
Mhm.
So it was kind of a long time. Everybody
Just
was
like
like,
buzzing with
what are we going to
excitement. Like, when
do? Because for the 50th, I don't know, it is on YouTube. For the 50th, we performed for the 50th, and they did like um, through the decades, they did that. So we came out and we did a routine that was very popular during the time that we cheered
I
and
love
things like
that.
that for the 50th. So we were like, what are we going to do for the 60th? Like, what are we going to do? And so we did in the 50th, we received a t-shirt and all that. And we had a reception and all that
Hmm.
kind of stuff. So we were already on that,
It's gonna
wavelength.
be quite
So we
good.
were kind
Yeah.
of expecting some of the same things. Well, we get from Tiffany and her team, we get the itinerary for the weekend, and it was so exciting. So, she delivered on everything that people requested. Folks were like, "You better be there," all this kind of stuff. So, we came in the first night. We had a very casual, like meet and greet reception at Top Golf. It was
And I heard
great.
she rented the whole thing out, like the whole
When
entire
nobody
golf
there
course.
but us.
Oh my
There wasn't
God.
anybody there but us. So it was great. Mark Davis and the whole Raiders organization, they really rolled out the silver carpet, red carpet, whatever you want to color
Silver
you want to call
carpet.
it. They rolled it out for us. So we went, there was refreshments there. It was like dinner, really.
Wow.
It was like a light dinner, and we were just out there talking, seeing girls. People were flying in. It was bad weather that night,
I
so
can
some of the Raiderettes, some of the alumni, they couldn't make it in. They were on the in the group like, I couldn't make it in. They had some people traveled in and their planes got turned back and all that kind of stuff.
Oh my
So
gosh. That's right. It was like
w-
flash floods or some
it
weirdness.
was flash flooding and some
That's right.
storms that were happening that evening. So some Raiders did not come in. We didn't see them that night, and we were just like, we can't wait to see you tomorrow and all that. So
Mhm.
we had that night, and it ended. We took our pictures. We got to see people. People were coming in all night. So we met some spouses and families that we hadn't seen in a long time.
Oh,
It was a great sisterhood opportunity. It was very casual. So the second day we met up, they had shuttles for us. We had rehearsal at the new facility that they have in
ooh,
Henderson.
okay.
And so we
Oh, the
got to go
practice
in
facility.
the
That's
practice
out.
facility.
Okay.
They
Okay.
shuttled all of us. They had shuttles, and they shuttled us all the way to the new facility where the guys had practiced the time before. I see some of my friends on the thing. Hey,
Yes.
and so we were there. It was A lot of us. We took up the whole field, as you can see. So we had rehearsal. It was from 60,
475-ish people, right?
61. Yeah, it was a lot. 61 all the way to the current squad. The current squad, they're amazing. They're absolutely beautiful in person. Tiffany did a phenomenal job. Almost all of our directors, former directors, were there. I know Karen Kovac, who was my director, was there. She flew in. Shauna, who was our choreographer during the years that I cheered, was there. Even Mary Barnes, the longtime director from like the 80s and 90s.
Wow.
She was there. Her son was there. And helping out, we had a Raiderette who was deaf, and her and her husband were there. She cheered, I believe, in the early 2000s, late 90s, somewhere around there. Don't quote me, but she was there. I got to meet her. She's fully deaf, and her husband was there with the ear plug and communicating so she could participate. It was awesome.
Oh,
And
that's so
I mean, just to
good.
see everything there. We practiced, and then that night we had that amazing reception that you see on social media.
With the
Yes, there
big,
was
with the
lobster,
shrimp
shrimp,
cocktails.
and the ice. Yes, with oysters and all that, the fixings, all these desserts. I mean, you walk into that stadium, child, let me say, we were right by the torch, and
Yes.
they had the live band. Everybody looked fabulous, and it was a cocktail party. So, I mean, they went all out.
I was seeing, okay, let me just say, I was watching, I was so much of a stalker. Okay, for everybody who's joining, hearing all about the Raiderette alumni reception, like reunion weekend, they had to celebrate their 60th anniversary. And I was online, I feel like, what night was that? Friday night, Saturday night, searching by hashtag, which I never do on Instagram, but I was just looking at everybody like posting about like the reception and what they were wearing. And like everybody was just so decked out and fabulous. Like you could tell it
Yes.
was like everybody's just like, this is my
I mean,
moment.
they went all out. They didn't even
All
give
out.
us, they just said casual on Friday, cocktail on Saturday, and this is what you're wearing. So I'm going to show you a little bit. We received a bag, palm bag, a little
Okay.
palm bag with our palms that we got to keep, and
Oh,
we cheered with those, so we got to keep that. We received some lashes. Let me turn some lashes,
what?
like,
Okay.
yes, that, and we
Uh-huh.
did receive. I'm sure you saw this on the web, but for
Don't want to see it all,
50,
girl.
we're known for our medallions. So we received a 60,
Stop.
can you see it? A
Yes, I
60
can.
medallion. I can't find my 50. My 50, I think, is in storage. I have
Wow.
my 50. I didn't lose it, but some Raiderettes had all of theirs from all the reunions.
Mhm.
I wore mine with my regular medallion.
Oh,
Yeah, with our regular medallion. So we did get to keep that. It came in this like cute little jewelry box.
oh my God.
And then we had a t-shirt. I'm sure you saw the t-shirt. I think my profile picture, I have my t-shirt on. And
Mhm.
we received that for the game. There was other, alumni, like they had shirts made, and they were making little bags, clear bags, so we could take them in the stadium and all that kind of stuff. Well, I mean, we were really preparing for it. And
And I
so,
heard you guys at the game, you were like in those suites that are like right there in the end zone. Is
okay,
that right?
so that
Okay.
was Sunday. Let me tell you about Sunday. So we all got one ticket to the game, and so we
Okay.
could watch the game. We knew we were performing at halftime, and we come in. We didn't know necessarily. Well, some people had been there before. If you've been to a game or you had been to something, you kind of already knew. But I would say the majority of us had no idea what we were walking into. So we
Mhm.
walk in. I got there. I live close. So I got there. We had a call time and everything, just like regular game. And we were dressed in our attire for, game day. And we went over
Mhm.
that in the rehearsal. And we come in and you go around. So it was, like the north side of Allegiant Stadium. You go around, you go in, and it's like secret passageway to get to the Win Club. So they open these doors and it's like behind curtains and all this kind of stuff. And you
Oh
walk in and
my gosh.
it is a club. It is a true
Is that what it's
nightclub.
like
It
in
looks
there?
like a club. It looks like
Stop
a
it.
sports bar. While we walked in and you go around and there was like silver rope and all this kind of stuff. And you walk in and said the Win Club and you walk and you keep walking. You're like, where am I going? Right? Like, where am I going? And so you walk around and then you walk into this area and there was catered food. I mean, galore. We had Italian, you had Asian inspired, you had regular old hot dogs, American type food
Right, right,
with
right.
French fries. It was each station, it was like, it's a small world up in there. And they had the game going on at the bar, smart waters for us, sport water, whatever was catered, whatever their sponsors were, and it was a full spread, and you got there and you ate, and then we had, I mean, then there was seats. We're
Right
right there. There was
on the
seats, and we were all there. They had sectioned off reserve seating for the original OGs for the original team, and they were
Oh,
majority of them are there.
uh-huh.
Um, and it was almost overwhelming.
Like that is like
I mean,
beyond VIP
everybody's just
for
kind
me.
of walking around in awe. We were just kind of like, now, how am I going to go to a game and not sit here? Like, how am I going to go to another
And be
game?
regular.
I'm done now. Like, I'm ruined. We were saying some of our sisters were saying we were like, we're ruined now. We're how are we
But
going to
that's what I
game?
was really so impressed by because it was just like you guys were spoiled like rotten, like the queens that you deserve to be.
Oh
And
my
like
goodness.
an organization go that far over and beyond was just like I couldn't even handle it. And just
We
because you have to feel so special and just
We
treasure.
definitely felt appreciated,
Yeah.
special. I mean, I know the NFL sometimes in the cheerleaders, there's been kind of bad press about organizations. I've been watching your podcast,
Uh-huh.
and I follow Pro Cheer as well silently, and
Uh-huh.
I'm a little bit of a stalker too. I love it, and and I hear not so positive stuff about some things that are
Yeah.
going on about the NFL and the teams. But this one right here, let me just tell you, that was not the case. The Raiders did an awesome job. I give 20 stars to it. I mean, we're like, when can we do this again? We can't wait another 10
Start,
years.
we need to
It
start
doesn't think
celebrating the 5 year in between.
for us. We just want to get together. Like, we don't even need all the lobster, all the fixings and stuff. I mean, it'd be nice, but I mean,
Right.
we don't need it. I mean, if you have the opportunity to come, I mean, this is like total plug for them, but if they, you have an opportunity, you're looking for a team, an organization that really genuinely values the women in their organization, honey, this is it. This organization, I mean, he went out for us. And I say
Was he
he
there?
and the staff, Tiffany, yes, he came to Top Golf. There was some alumni that
Oh,
were taking pictures. He
yes.
was there. I saw him there. I mean, I didn't think I was talking, but
Yeah.
but yes, he was there. He showed up at least on Friday. I saw him. It was well organized.
Did the
It was
president
well.
go? Sorry, her name is
Oh,
missing.
okay. So my source, Sandra. Sandra
Okay.
does. I did not see her. She
Oh,
probably was at the game, but I do want to meet her. I
oh
do want to meet her. I think
yeah.
I'll be able to meet her at some point outside
Okay.
of the Raiders organization,
Okay.
just because of our affiliation. But I mean,
I
yeah,
totally
just
fangirled out
fabulous.
meeting her at the training camp. Like she was just saying hi to everybody. It was like the friends and family day,
Well,
and I
she
was
can
just in
expect some
awe.
pink and green love over here once I see her because I don't. I mean,
I was
that's just her accomplishment is just amazing. And
mental.
I mean, they are really doing big things here in Vegas. Not to downplay anybody else. I know there's some other NFL teams that are also doing some amazing things
Yeah, for sure.
around for their teams and stuff. So, it's good to get some positivity.
I love
Um,
it. I love
yeah, it was definitely an empowering experience. We got to see people, and I didn't even cheer for that long, but there were some real OGs, people that had been there for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, still connected.
Wow.
people that came before us. I mean, great. It was everything that you saw on social media plus more. Kudos to them. And
Well, because that means so much work went into planning that. I mean, you know, you never know with turnout, COVID, you know,